Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my channel where I taste test and I show you a lot of different apple varieties that I grow. I also grow peaches, plums, cherries. So if you like this type of stuff, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like my videos. It really helps me out. What I have here today are two apples that I have taken out of storage. This is Gold Rush and this is Arkansas Black. It is May 15th, 2023, and these two apples have held up in the fridge for this long. Arkansas Black looks like it could probably just keep going on forever. It has not even shriveled. It looks like it's just been picked. Now the Gold Rush, it is a little bit wrinkled, and so you can tell that this has been stored. So I'm going to give these a taste test and see what they taste like after being stored for months and months and months. I mean, these were picked in like late October, November, and so they've been stored for quite some time in the fridge. May 15th now. So I'm gonna bite into the Gold Rush first. Wow, the flavor intensity is even more than when it was just picked. You can really pick out like all the depth and all the flavors, the spiciness, the kind of flower overtones. Very interesting, very sweet. The acidity, however, has came down, so it's a little sweeter than I'd like it to be now. The texture is a little bit more rubbery now than it was fresh off the tree. It's not as crisp, but it still has a crunch to it even now after it has slightly wrinkled up. It's more of a rubbery consistency now. It's a little bit stretchy, if you know what I mean, but it still has a crunch. It's a very complex flavor. Yeah, it's like it has like a honey-like flavors in there now. You don't really taste too much honey when you just pick it, but after storage you do. It kind of has like the honey crisp flavor a little bit now. The acidity is way down, so for those people that don't like the acidity, Gold Rush will come down on the acidity from storage. So very good apple still. Still has a pretty good balance. Still has that slight touch of acidity just to kind of help bring the flavors out. Very rich. I like it. All right, here's Arkansas Black. By the way, these are the only two varieties that are still left. I bet Wine Crisp and maybe Enterprise, Whitwick Pippin, some other cultivars out there that will probably keep also just as long, but I just didn't have enough specimens lying around before they got eaten. So Arkansas Black, it does lose a little bit of its dark colors after storage. Turns a little bit redder, but still quite dark. Still quite dark in color. Let's taste this one. Wow, completely mealy. It looked better than the Gold Rush. No wrinkles whatsoever, but it just tastes like applesauce. Almost no acidity left in it at this stage. And the flavors seem to have disappeared. I'm not tasting much complexity here. It just tastes like very simple applesauce at this stage. But it can store. There's no texture whatsoever left in this. It's just mushy. As soon as I bite it, it just slides apart. Whereas this sort of has a little bit of a rubberiness to it, but it's still crunchy. Oh yeah. Gold Rush, any day, over Arkansas Black, which has been stored. Now, fresh off the tree, I like Arkansas Black more. I have not tasted it. I gotta taste it halfway through. Next season. Next season I'll have to taste it after storing, maybe for 2 months, 3 months. Because it's been like like 6 months in storage, if not more. So yeah, the flavors are gone. Flavors are gone in Arkansas Black. It was good off the tree. A lot of people don't like it off the tree. I liked it right off the tree. The aroma was there. The crunchiness was there. The flavors were all there. It did store, but it just doesn't taste that good after storage. Gold Rush, although still tastes better right off the tree. So if I was to rate the Gold Rush off the tree and now, it would be like a 9.5, and it's come down to maybe 7.5 after storing. Whereas this one off the tree was maybe 8.59, and it's come down to like a 5.4. Yeah, the flavors are gone, and the Arkansas Black. Guys, you gotta plant Gold Rush. Plant more Gold Rush. I was skeptical at first too. People were saying, oh, Gold Rush, you gotta plant. I didn't like gold apples. I wasn't a fan of gold apples at first. But what intrigued me was Golden Russet. So I ordered Golden Russet. And Burnt Ridge made a mistake, sent me Cyanwood from Gold Rush. I grafted Gold Rush anyway, and I'm glad I did, because I have found a gem. This is extremely underrated apple. If you can grow this, especially if you're in the Pacific Northwest, because we don't have very many juniper trees here. We don't get cedar apple rust. By the way, Western red cedar and the other cedars that we have around here do not carry cedar apple rust. It's the juniper trees that do. And so Gold Rush is resistant to every other possible problems we have here in Northwest Washington. And so it turns out to be the most resistant and best apple to grow with no sprays and very little effort. And this hangs on the tree, so when this is ripe, it does not drop. It will hang on the tree until you pick it off. Very cool characteristic. And the extra long storage of this apple brings this to the top of my list. So currently my #1 apple to grow. If you're not growing Gold Rush, I highly recommend that you grow Gold Rush, because it's just such a high quality apple, and with the storage ability, I don't see any reason why somebody wouldn't grow a Gold Rush if you're looking for different cultivars and to kind of spread your harvest out, spread the amount of time out in which you are eating apples, because with this in the mix, you can be eating apples all year round. This will probably store all the way up into June, and then you'll get your first apples in July. That's basically like year-round eating apples. And that's the right way to eat an apple. You eat the whole thing. All the nutrition is in the core. So if you're not eating the whole apple, you're missing out. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.